there. Happy Maulud Nabil to our Muslim brothers and sisters. This is Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, we're excited to be starting the day with you. And of course, you might have some doubts, but we are trying to reassure you right now. This is the best place to be at this time of the day.
Yeah, well, it's a public holiday. And you know how we do it here. It's all knowledge and fun for the time that we will be here. My name is Yomi Uwope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinsona. It's going to be a great show. So if you have to be on the move, even though we know everybody's lounging right now,
Yeah.
hey, just tune in to us, stream with us live online on tvcontinental.tv and of course on our Facebook page at TVC Connect. You can always send your comments in, your greetings to your, friends, family who are at home right now. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
And there's a really very relaxing feeling in the air today. So people are just chilling.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. You started the week on a Monday and, you were all tense and then suddenly it's like, okay.
Yeah, let's just chill a
Take
little.
a chill pill in the middle of the week, which is really, really good. And so that's nice. So we're going to be helping you to celebrate this holiday.
Of course.
Start the day very nicely.
The best way to do that is to have some cool plans for breakfast. Now, Chef Wumi of Wumi Cakes is back. She's with in the kitchen right now.
Hey, people.
Hi guys, good morning.
Hello.
Such a pleasure to have Chef Wumi join us this morning.
Thank you. Good
It's
morning.
been a while.
Yes.
Welcome back.
I miss you guys.
We missed you. Those English breakfast stuff. Always
Yeah,
stuck in our
so-
bellies.
And our cakes as well.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
nice.
We kind of missed you too, Chef Wumi. She's very generous with her, display.
Wow.
All right, so we've got a bunch of things for you this Tuesday morning. We will start off the show with a musical performance from indigenous rapper Celeb Ibile.
Some personal with him a bit later on the show. And from there, we'll be taking a trip into the world of entertainment, taking a quick look at the hottest new things that are happening.
Also, you should look out for some daring bicycle stunts on the show because we'll be having the Shonga Africana group with us.
I can do it. I have mastered the bicycle. I am one with it.
There's more. We can't forget the wholesome discussion about factors to consider before enrolling children in a boarding school, which will be coming your way very soon.
Yes, indeed. Very important topic there. will be showing us some interesting ways to use your hijab scarves. That's a DIY I would love to see.
Yeah, she's all dressed up and ready for it too.
But even now, you can begin to send in your comments and reactions on social media. Just be sure to use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nice. So we want viewers to send in greetings.
Yes, indeed.
So greetings to friends, shout out on this public holiday.
Yes, of course.
Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria so possibly we can take it
No,
later
but
on.
we'll take them. I'm giving out stuff today. We'll be giving out Olori Supergirl, 2 books from Misfit to Hero.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in a very, very generous mood today. So
What's
one person win 4 movie tickets. One person.
What's
In fact,
going
2
on?
people win 4. It's public holiday now.
This
So
is a very
just stay
good
tuned
day.
to the show.
Okay, so I have a feeling that you're talking to me.
Oh, wow.
Mike.
Okay. You look nice, by the way.
Okay,
Thank
so
you very
I just
much.
wanted to
The dress is
mention
lovely.
that our friends at Homely NG, if you've not heard Homely NG on Wake Up Nigeria, where have you been? They provide all our kitchen accessories and so much more for us. They're going to be celebrating Black Friday. And so there's a special discount for
And discount,
viewers
Yeah.
of Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah.
So the promo tag you need is
TVC
20.
20. Yes.
Exactly.
Right,
So just
right.
TVC 20,
Yes,
that's your code
Yes.
name.
For 20%
So that's,
discount.
is that online or you
Yes.
go, physically go to the store?
HomelyNG.
TVC20.
Okay, homelynG.com.
.com.
Okay.
All right, so maybe TVC 20%. I can put TVC 100. What happens? Will I
If
get
you
it
like,
free?
yo,
Yo,
yo.
yo,
Yo, yo.
yo, it's TVC 20, right? So just put up that you get 20%.
And the truth is, Homely NG has like some really amazing
They do.
kitchenwares.
Yeah.
They
Like
do.
amazing, beautiful, and really classy kitchenware. So if you want to put a spunk to your kitchen, you gotta shop Homely NG, people.
And then how much did they pay you for that? Because I'm wondering, I didn't get any. Like,
So
Just tell us.
honestly, I love this Black Friday period. A lot of different companies are
Yeah.
doing a lot of different
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
and people feel very comfortable buying stuff.
And
you
we
know,
like
so,
free
hey.
things in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
really?
Yes, we
So
do.
Black Friday movie, I mean 4 tickets, one person. You take your whole family.
Thank you so much, Mike, in advance.
Very
You know
nice.
I've got mad love for you, Mike.
So lots of stuff to give away. So don't forget, start using the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes.
And you can start doing it from now, so that when we're giving out all the stuff,
Yeah.
And it's also
we'll take
World-
your comments first.
It's also World Children's Day.
Yeah.
International
Wow.
United
Yeah.
Nations International
Yes, there was
Children's Day.
International Men's Day, World Children's Day. We can't do without these two people. They're very important individuals in our lives, you know.
Yeah,
Men and
true.
children.
Yeah,
True.
men and children.
Men
it's
are
quite-
children.
Yeah, it's quite.
And men are babies. Men can be
You
babies.
went there.
Yeah.
Don't
So,
worry.
but then it's quite cool that we're talking about taking children to boarding houses today, because you know parents tend to push them to boarding houses to take stress off them, but not knowing that those years are formative years, and there are things that they will learn that it will be very hard to unlearn them. So
I'm looking forward to that discussion. And
But
what,
it also teach them independency, which is very, very
You know,
Yeah, how you doing, people? My name is D-E-E-K-A-Y, and you already know. Today, I'm going to be doing what I call heat and abs. We're going to be sweating, and then we're actually going to be working on our stomach. Now, don't forget what I told you. Looking good is a good business. So you have to look good. First of all, remember what I told you, you have to always stretch before you start every exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you warm up. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we go to the abs. Now we go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember what I told you. You can count as much as you know you can. Then you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Don't stay down. Then you go up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This time around you go 1. Stay down for some seconds. Then you go again. 2. Then you go again. 3, 4, and 5. Then you move to the abs again. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You turn to the other side. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Don't forget this hits and abs. There you go now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you take a breath. Then you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you walk on your sides. Then you go with your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The other side, and you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you walk it out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this time around you take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then this time around, for you to get to your stomach, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you stretch, because by the time you go down, there's a whole lot going down under your lower abdomen. Then you go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this time around you go now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This time around take it back to stretch your stomach and stretch your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other leg now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you go now. No stopping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can go side side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Like I told you, it's hits and abs. Make sure you always work out. Let's head to the kitchen and enjoy ourselves.
Thank you very much, DK. So I'm going to ask you watching, when was the last time you exercised? When was the last time you burnt those calories? That's another reason to tune in to Wake Up Nigeria every single day, Mondays to Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. All right, we're here in the kitchen, people. And Chef Wumi of Wumi Cakes is here to tantalize our taste boards, people. Are you ready? All right, great stuff. Okay, so this morning we are making rice and ofada sauce. Yes, and let's talk about the ingredients, Michelle.
So, what we're actually working with is meat.
Yeah.
We have pomo. We have locust beans. We have salt. We have this the seasoning. We have the green pepper. Just the red chili pepper, but the unripe one is what we have here. Okay. Then we have onions, palm oil. So
and then we have our rice
cooking already. So basically, that is my own basic ingredients. Because I don't want artificial seasoning aside from the locust beans and this.
Artificial seasoning. Okay. All right. You talked about how you made the ayamashi. Yeah, but you said this is not ayamashi. This is ofada sauce.
Yes.
Ofada. Okay, just take us through the process.
I've seen different varieties of ofada sauce, especially the ayamashi. Sometimes people tend to do a lot of unripe green pepper. You understand? But for this, for especially those who are living in Shagam or Ilishon, Ikwere, all those axes, they tend to work with rodo. That's the chili pepper, but the unripe one, which is exactly what we have here. But this species is not the hot one. It's not the small one that is very hot when you taste it. This one is the big or medium size, so it's not really as hot as that. Okay. So this is it. I had it blended, then parboiled.
Okay, great stuff. So can we start cooking? Because our palm oil has been heating up for a while.
Yes. Okay. So it depends on what you actually want. Okay. You could actually add your onions first to at least add flavor to the palm oil. And I've seen some people who actually add their locust beans first. To actually add them to create the flavor of the locust beans. Okay. So it depends on what you actually want. For me, once the oil is hot. Okay. Hot.
So what are we putting in first? Are we putting our
I'm using
oil
the locust beans.
Okay, so because we want to get all of that flavor from the locust beans in there. Okay, yes. Great stuff. So growing up, I found out that I actually thought ofada sauce was difficult to make. No. But it is really easy.
Very easy to make.
Very easy. It's one of the, I think it's even easier than making stew. Yeah.
It's not as difficult as people think.
It is. And then when you have your locust beans in there, it just, it even
brings out the flavor.
Yeah, flavor. Yes. And it's also a healthier option because, locust beans has a lot of amazing health properties, people, that you want to, benefit from. Amazing health properties.
Then I've seen some people actually parboiling their meats after parboiling it, adding it to the pepper and parboiling it together so that water can dry
Anyway,
into
there's
it.
so much information that you need that we are going to dish out this morning from the kitchen on Wake Up Nigeria. We're going on a quick commercial break, people. Stay with us.
Wow, so have you actually ever thought about it? Can you ride a bicycle? Okay, so even if you say yes to that question, how well can you ride a bike? Now, these guys from Shonga Africana are here to show us how it's done and throw a few stunts in there as well. We have Zibu and Idris about to blow our minds. Take it away, boys. Okay, so I really wish I knew how to ride a bicycle this well, especially since there's someone so young here. I need you to come back, Zibu. Come back, come back, come back. And I know that one of the representatives of Shonga Africana is going to step onto the garden with me right now. All right, please come along, come along. Yes, indeed. So we need to find out more about what this whole project is about. Zibu, come back. Okay, hi. What's your name?
Dan Ayanka is my name.
Okay, Dan. Pleased to meet you. Now, I know it's really early in the morning, but there's just something about watching someone ride a bicycle the right way. You know, so tell us about what Shonga Africana is doing with this particular project.
Now, what we are doing with this cycling project that you are seeing here is we have found out that there are so many of the Idrises on our streets.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it is passion that is driving them, not as though there is a particular structure or facility that is enabling them to do that. So we are kick-starting a conversation with the project so that his likes, the likes of the people whom he trains, will be empowered better for us to have people that can go it in a professional way.
All right. So you want them to eventually go professional. I can see that this young man is set, and I have a feeling he's with his bicycle a lot more often than he's not. And well, there's so much to talk about in this particular space, and hopefully you can make your comments online with our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. Thank you so much, Zibu and Idris. I need to know quickly when it's happening. When is this thing starting? When is it starting?
Yeah, the event is starting is actually January
Yep.
18th
Okay.
and 19th.
Fantastic. All right then. So back to the studio, guys. Wake Up Nigeria continues after this.
Thank you.
Welcome back, people. It's Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. And in the kitchen with me this morning is Chef Wumi of Wumi Cakes.
Thank you.
And we are making rice and ofada sauce.
Rice is ready.
And Chef Wumi could not just wait. Food is already ready. Just said, you know what? I'm going to make this sauce already. On your screen right there are the ingredients. But we'll just quickly run through the process so that you have an idea of what went into this delicious ofada sauce. So you want to talk about the ingredients?
Okay, so the first is to put your palm oil on fire, warm it up. Then what I did next was to add the locust beans. That is to create the flavor in the oil. Then afterward, I added the onions. So once that three ingredients is mixed together, even you making it, you can perceive the
taste, the aroma.
The aroma.
Okay.
So what I did next was to add the pepper, which was the unripe chili pepper that has been blended. Okay. And when you blend it, you don't blend it smoothly.
You blend it roughly.
Roughly, you understand? So after that, we added the meat.
Which you already parboiled.
Parboiled. So I added the meat, the pomo, then any other thing. Some people will add fried fish, you know, egg.
It depends on how you like it. Okay,
Yes.
but what's the difference between ayamashi and this one? Is it ayamasi or ayamashi?
Ayamashi.
Ayamashi. Okay, so what's the difference between ayamashi and ofada
I think
sauce?
that is a combination of green pepper, like maybe green pepper itself, unripe chili pepper, and some other tatache.
and the rest of them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So many people tend to combine that together. And
ayamashi.
yes, but this is purely green pepper, rodo. That's the unripe green pepper.
Yeah.
So that is what we have here.
Great. Interesting. And it's the same process, basically. Ayamashi and ofada.
The same process,
basically
yes.
the
Same process.
So this is just quick and very easy
And very
to
easy.
make. You know, one of those mornings where you wake up really hungry
Yes, and you are craving for
and you're
fada.
craving for ofada sauce.
So
I
it's
mean,
so
this
easy.
is so easy to make.
So easy, and you have a lot of pieces of meat
Meat.
in it, and you know, it's varieties, not just meat. You know, you have the
Pomo. And then you can decide to use
abodi.
assorted means if you
Yes,
like.
assorted. So here we go.
All right. So let's talk about locust beans, because locust beans has a lot of amazing health benefits, people, that you need to be aware of. I mean, apart from the fact that it has antioxidants, which help to prevent a lot of, you know, bacterial infection, fungal infection, and also helps to boost your immune system. It also helps to control high blood pressure.
And internally,
Yes.
it does cleansing.
Yeah, it's also a detoxifier, more like it.
Yes.
So it has a lot of amazing benefits. I mean, it basically replaces seasoning cubes.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't want to use seasoning cubes, if you want to, you know, cut down on it, because a lot of health experts have also advised that we cut down on our sodium intake because of our liver
And other
and
artificial
kidney. So, you know, locust beans is a healthier and more traditional,
I'm just craving.
tasty option, people. All right. So our fada sauce is ready.
Very ready.
Since it's a public holiday, everybody is just still in bed watching
Everybody's
Wake Up
invited.
Nigeria. Or you're like, man, how do I get out of bed to cook something? Yeah, our fada sauce is
Ready.
a great option. You know, at least today we have all the day, all the time
To make it.
to cook.
And
you know.
for those who know they can't get unripe pepper, you can go for the ripe pepper and have it blended roughly and
Yeah.
go through the normal procedures. I know.
Procedure, yeah.
And you are done.
Very easy to make. Have your palm oil, bleach it properly, and then put all of that in there. Great stuff.
And one thing about the palm oil, when you are bleaching it, you don't increase the heat.
Oh, really?
Because when you increase the heat, it gets hot very fast and you get choked up
with the, because the atmosphere would be all choky, yeah,
Yes.
basically.
So when I'm bleaching my oil, I just reduce the heat, and it heats calmly, gradually, especially when you're making similar sauce, ewa goyin sauce. No, you bleach it gradually. You don't just increase your heat and pour.
Yeah, because you know we Nigerians are very impatient. We're in a hurry to get it done. I mean, like, when is this oil gonna be bleached?
At times you bleach your oil and it gets burnt. Have you not?
No, I've never experienced that before.
No. It gets burnt. It gets so hot that by the time you pour the pepper just gets burnt.
Buns. Oh, sugar.
So when you bleach it gradually with low heat, you get the right flavor.
I've never bleached palm oil before because I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience for it. So as far as it, when the color starts to even out, I'm like, you know what? Put it all in. Just put it all in. I'm really not ready for all that. Oh, let's bleach it till, you know, all of that, basically. But amazing stuff you've made this morning on the show, Chef Wumi. I'm really envying our guest right now.
We are going to assist the guest in case.
Right? Because we got to taste it, boo. Yes. We got to taste this. I'm just going to taste a little bit and see what it tastes like. Oh, we got to even all that heat. People, this tastes really good. Really good. Really, really good. I'm not joking, guys. All right.
You
so
just have to be here.
We're about to have good food, good music. Good food, good music, you see? They both go along hand together. They complement each other. And we have Mike with our musical performer. Hello, guys.
Ma'am, you are too excited.
Yeah, I am.
All right, I've got Baramusi Babatunde Olalekon, who's popularly known as Celeb Ibile. He's a Nigerian indigenous rapper who sings majorly in Yoruba indigenous language and is here to make your holiday a much more interesting one. Take it away.
Yeah, Shamu. What's up, baby? Celeb, baby.
Now, for some of us that don't understand the indigenous language, what's the song all about?
Yeah, the song is just about the introduction of my musical start. Of my start.
All right, so you're kind of...
Yes, indigenous rap.
Okay, so you're kind of introducing yourself out to the public and all of that. How long have you been doing music, by the way?
It has been a long while. I've been doing music over 5 years.
Okay. And, okay, professionally or professionally?
Yeah, I got my first single Emma like this track
Okay,
we
this
just
one.
played
All right.
officially 2015.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Do you have an album up there? Is that an album out, or is there any
No,
plan
no,
for an
just
album
a
coming
single.
soon?
Single.
Oh, okay, but is there a plan for an album coming quite soon?
No, I'm dropping an EP soon.
You're dropping an EP soon. All right. Wishing you the best in your career, right? Emma like it. That's why I don't know how your was.
Yeah, that
You were
was just
feeling it, right?
you definitely like it. You definitely
You're
like
feeling
it.
it. All right, thank you very much. Okay, it's still Wake Up Nigeria. We'll take a break, don't worry. There's a whole half of the show coming right up.
All right, it's Wake
You guys
Up Nigeria.
finally woke up.
Really?
Like,
We've
you know
been
when we
awake
started
for
earlier?
an
Wait,
hour now.
You know we started earlier.
Yeah.
And because it's a public holiday, lots of people weren't awake. So now they're awake.
So,
Yeah, so.
wake up, everyone.
Yeah.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Finally, we've been waiting for you the past 1 hour. We're finally here. This is the show that, you know, everybody wants to watch. It's
Yeah.
Nigeria's #1 breakfast show at Mo. Why are you laughing now?
I'm laughing because I didn't experience it. But hey, this is the show that does everything possible to gear you up to take the week in style.
Yes, indeed. My name is Yomi Ope.
And I'm Titi Layo Oyinson. We're live online at tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Of course, for your comments and greetings to our Muslim brothers and sisters who are celebrating today, please make sure you use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
All right, now, of course, we said earlier that there's lots of stuff to give out on the show today. 4 tickets per person
Yes, sir.
to see movies.
Yes, sir.
So don't forget, Mike is going to be
being-
doing that.
he's
Mike
being
is going to be
generous
generous
today.
today. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that very shortly. But we are kicking off the second half of Wake Up Nigeria today with a wholesome discussion about factors to consider before enrolling your child in a boarding school.
Wow.
No matter how expensive it is, you need to consider these factors. Very important.
Will also be showcasing interesting ways to use your hijab scarves. I'm really interested in finding out more about that.
All right, and that's not all. We're also going to be bringing you another exciting dose of bicycle stunts from Shonga Africana Group.
Yes, indeed.
Not everyone can make it do whatever they want. I can do it.
Almost that bicycle. And expect another performance coming from the one and only Celeb Ibile.
Am I like it?
All right, so it's interesting, you know, that with the holiday and Black Friday coming up, our friends at Homely NG are going to be joining the Black Friday events, and they're going to be, well, to appreciate all our viewers at Wake Up Nigeria, they're going to be giving 20% discount to anyone that comes from Wake Up Nigeria to buy something at Homely NG.
All right, so
All you need to do is use the code TVC20, that's TVC, capital letters with a 20. And from Monday 19th, that was yesterday, to Sunday 25th of November, you can get 20% discount just because of us.
You know,
Very
I
nice,
like,
very
this is
nice.
my favorite time of the year because there's a lot of sales going on.
Of course.
You know, so you get to get things at, you know, at amazingly cheap prices.
So everything from pots, pans, clocks, decorations. All
So
sorts of
even
stuff.
people doing small business within TVC, people selling fabric and shoes.
They should have Black Friday,
Within
right?
TVC?
They should have Black
interesting.
Friday.
You own your personal business. Who says it's a big deal? If I sell watches, why can't I sell it to my colleagues?
Well, yeah,
not a
selling.
big deal.
Okay, so every Nigerian has that little entrepreneurial spirit in
If
them.
anybody's trying to sell anything to me in this building,
What?
Black Friday is coming.
All over the world, whenever people see
Yeah.
Nigerians, they think of them as very entrepreneurial.
Exactly.
It's just like a given.
Everybody's selling. I'm the only one that's giving for free.
Okay.
Only me. So, okay, but we said we'll ask a question. Very simple. what does success mean to you, and how do you go about being successful? Simple. Just answer that. We'll pick our best answers, and you win a copy each. We'll pick out 2 answers that win a copy each of this. And then for the cinema tickets, 4 for one person. Okay, now just how many?
The thing is slipping out of your pocket, Steph.
It's almost falling down. Why is it?
Are they complete? Are they still complete?
Is it still there?
Yeah, they're very complete.
Let me see. Okay.
So 4 for one person. So what happens is that we're going to just let me know how many Genesis Cinema locations are in the country. Just the number, and then name the ones in Lagos. That's all.
Knew
So
that
how
there was
many
a catch.
are in Lagos? How many are in the country? Genesis Cinema locations in the country, and name the ones in Lagos. That's all. Very simple.
You know how-
Can I participate?
And then name the movie you want to watch. Participate. Everybody's open.
Can I participate?
Everybody.
Stop it. I could not
Anybody
even touch
can.
the ticket.
Just
Because
use your,
of winning
what,
it.
what you're going to do, let me just give you a secret now. Use another account with a random photograph. All right, so as you already know, on Tuesdays we have the custom of talking about parenting and what to do with our kids and various aspects of parenting and different things. Now today we are going to be zooming in on the factors to consider before enrolling your child in a boarding school. And I have here, of course, Taiwo Akinami join me this morning. And we're also going to be talking about a conference that you have taking place later on today.
Yeah.
Okay, so boarding school.
Yes.
Growing up, I mean, in the 80s and everything, we had half of my friends were in boarding school, Command, Federal, different places like that. But, parents today have different fears. There's some that send their kids to school, boarding school. Others have like this fear of what will happen to my child if I send them. What are the things that, the factors to consider when you're thinking about?
Well, I think the idea to send your children to boarding school these days is not a decision you should take lightly. Something that you have to consider very well because, okay, the whole idea of boarding school started with families who recognized certain values in certain individuals, particularly clergy in those days, and they got their children to go and stay with these people so that they could imbibe those values, those qualities, those attributes that they've seen in those people. Later, it became something that extended to education. So the first question, therefore, is if I'm going to send my child to boarding school, it cannot be that I just want to have time with my husband or with my wife. It must be a decision that we want to take with a lot of caution. And so a woman called me and said, can I send my 8-year-old to boarding school? And I said, well, the question is not whether you can send your 8-year-old to boarding school or not. The first question is that, number one, is your child an ambassador of your value system? Do you represent a value system, and is your child an ambassador of that value system? That is, because you know that once your child gets to the boarding school, the primary influence becomes his or her peers. So is the child old enough to understand what you represent as a family, is able to stand for it? Number two, is a child able to speak up?
That's one of the things that I've always wondered about, because if, for instance, I'm sending a child so young to a boarding school, a lot of parents say, oh, I want to train the child to be independent. Is this a good enough reason?
Well, nobody can be independent without certain value systems inculcated into him or her. Independence itself is not independence itself is not an independent variable. You don't become independent when you go to a place and you don't represent anything. You become dependent. You follow the crowd. You follow the trend. You follow what is happening. The only way you become independent is first to gain independent of thought, independent of value. When you understand that, so when other people are trying to do something that is contrary to your value, you're able to separate yourself, or you're able to report, and you're able to abstain. Now, that's number one. Number two, is this child able to speak up? Can the child speak up? Because you see, there are many things happening within the boarding school system. I've seen situations where a child has been sodomized, within the boarding school system. We had a bizarre case in Ibadan where a matron came and said, because he has told junior students that he didn't want to see poo-poo in the toilet, and today now she has seen poo-poo in the toilet, children should come and taste poo-poo. That one of the children should taste poo-poo. Now, it took one of the children speaking up to say, no, I cannot taste poop, and other children were able to follow.
Yeah.
Are your children able to speak? Or number 3, do they have a child protection policy in place? Because we found situations where children have died unnecessarily, avoidably, within the school system. I'll tell you a pathetic story. A 14-year-old boy in 2014 who was asthmatic died within the school system. Now, this guy had an attack on Saturday evening, and they were watching him. They didn't know what to do. By Sunday morning, they called the doctor that was supposed to be on duty. The doctor said he was busy. He was the one in charge of serving Holy Communion where he was worshiping, so he couldn't come and see the boy. So he instructed intravenous injection that was supposed to give the boy, that was supposed to last for 45 minutes, 1 hour. Then instructed the matron to give the injection to the boy. And the matron did not know better, gave the injection to the boy in the buttock. And what happened was that injection that was supposed to go through the veins went straight into the heart of the boy and killed him. And so you find that, so if they have a policy, a child protection policy, a safety policy in place, now, then number 2 is what level of supervision do they have with the children, particularly when they're in the dormitory, when they're supposed to be alone? What precautionary measures? Do they do fire drill? Do they have plan for fire drill? Do they have plan for lockdown drill? Now, when you look at the children that were kidnapped in Ikorodu, now who were the children kidnapped? It was the children, when they had gunshot, the children that ran out. They were the ones that were kidnapped. Now, if children have been trained and they have been put through fire drill or lockdown drill, and they understand that if there's fire, if there's gunshot in the school, they need to take some precautionary measures. Now, that might not lead to salvation, but that might delay the activities of those who come to attack the children.
So it seems like a lot of what you are saying now, because let me just get it clear.
Yeah.
Is it now based on the type of school? Or, so that means if I'm sending my child to a boarding school, is it based on the type of school? In this case now, whether when you're looking at the quality of the education, child protection, child protection policy, like you said, a number of other things like that. So am I supposed to now be looking for the kind of school?
No, I think the first
should
thing
I
is
be
this.
looking at my child?
The first thing is this: your children are residential students. They are residential students. They are resident and they are learning. Now, what comes first is their comfort. If they are not comfortable to receive education, education will not take place. Now, let me tell you what Eleanor King said. Eleanor King is a consultant to UNICEF from the Caribbean. He said, since children spend a lot of times in school, it is for this reason that schools should be warm, caring, and nurturing place where children feel supported and they feel protected. He said, indeed, research has shown when children feel supported and they feel protected, they have better behavioral and learning outcome. So learning outcome is what people are looking at as if it's an independent variable. You don't look at learning outcome, you look at the foundation of learning outcome. Imagine that a child gets to school in the morning and a friend, a child who is bigger, just says, I will deal with you. That's the end of education for that child for that day. The child is going to be thinking about how he or she is going to escape at the end of the day. So when there is threat to life, when there's threat to, when there's no peace of mind for the child, when the environment is not conducive, can you imagine when a child goes to a boarding school and where they take their bath, the water is not flowing in the bathtub, and children come back every time with athlete foot, and you're asking the question, what does it take to get a plumber to get the water to flow? Now, those are fundamental things. What I'm saying in essence is that I'm saying that there are good boarding schools, but this is the point. Good in the sense that to make it good, parents must become regulatory body to see what is going on there. Now, parents also have an high expectation of certain institutions. Now, even when their children are complaining to say, Mom, this is what I'm going through here, this is what is going on, they believe the school more than they believe their children. And I've interacted with teenagers. We run programs for teenagers, and one particular year, I ran a program for teenagers from children from highbrow boarding schools. And when we finished that program, I had to call a meeting of all the parents that registered their children for that program to let them know that, are you really aware of some of the things that your children are talking about that they are going through within the boarding school system? So therefore, now this is the point. Now, most of the boarding schools today are run by the private sector. Now, when you run school as private sector, now you need a regulatory body. When the regulatory body that is supposed to be there are supposed to also run their own school and regulate their own school, and they have not been able to do that effectively. Parents now become the regulatory body. If a boarding school is going to be safe for your children, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. You have to take part in it. By that, I'm not saying don't send your children to boarding school, but I'm just saying that there are fundamental questions you must ask and find critical answer to before you do that.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for giving us those pointers, you know, in focusing on what we need. Now, today there's a program that's taking place with you. Can we just do that very
quickly? Today is World
30
Children's Day, and every year we hold a conference for children. Last year we hosted 1,000 children, 1,000 children and caregivers. Today we are doing it bigger. Though it's public holiday, we are going ahead. Our team is already working. We're starting 9 o'clock this morning. And we want to reach out to children. Now, what is the purpose? To get children to be involved in their own protection. You will not always be there as a parent. Children need to know what to do. Children need to know the kind of value system they need to inculcate that will not expose them to danger. So those are the things we are going to be, discussing this morning in that conference.
Thank you so much. And of course, they can get information about this on Instagram.
Yes, on Instagram at Taiwo Akinlami, and Twitter account at Taiwo Akinlami also.
All right, thank you so much. Now we have to head to the Garden for another exciting performance with the Bicycle Guys.
All right. Okay, so like Yomi said, we had a wonderful performance in the first half from these bikers, and they are coming up to give us another performance, so enjoy this.
Welcome back. Today on Life Hacks, I'll be catering to our Muslim viewers. This is more like a DIY for the hijabi women, and it's about simple ways and different ways that you can tie the hijabi scarf and still look stylish. All right, so be sure to keep your scarf in place. It's advisable to use safety pins or brooch to jazz it up. First, I'm going to start with the Maxi ribbed scarf. So here I have the pashmina, and then I have like a regular chiffon scarf. But I'll be making use of this one for our Maxi ribbed scarf. So hold this for me, Bimbo. Okay, so what I have done here basically is just put her hair in place with a wig cap. Yeah. And then what I've done with my scarf is I have folded it into two. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put this across and then tie it behind to hold it firmly. So what I'm going for here is, if you could try different colors of wig cap, to give your scarf that bit of spunk, and then, make it colorful as well. So what I'm gonna do here is just adjust it a little bit to the front, make sure it's neatly, gonna tie it behind, and then I am taking this forward give it a little bit of fold here. Just give it a little bit of fold here. And then I am going to tie it here. I'm just going to tie it here. Yeah. So there you have it. So this is another way you can rock your hijabi scarf to the side. You know, just give it another style, not the conventional, you know, wrapping it all around your shoulder every single time. And then to add a little bit of spunk to it, you could decide to tie it into a bow, if you like, which I'm going to try here. So what I'm going to do is just loosen it up a bit. And then give it a nice firm wrap here in front. Even it out slightly, and then knot it into a bow. Especially if, so if you're working with a pashmina, which is usually longer and a little more flexible, you know, it has more flexibility, especially when you're working, because, you know, it's very fluid, it's very soft and silky. So I'm just going to put this into a nice bow here, even though one of the edges is longer than the other. And then, like I always say, to achieve some of the looks that you're looking out for, make sure you use a pin to put it into place. So what I am working with here is I am putting this, making a bow here, and I'm just going to use my safety pin here to hold this together so that it doesn't fall off. So can I have a safety pin, please? Yes. Thank you very much. Yes.
That won't come out.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
All right. So I'm just going to use my safety pin to tuck it in here nicely. Tuck it into it so that it doesn't fall off. There you go. So you have your scarf, and then you have it into a bow. So that's another way you can, you know, rock it. Another way is into a turban. So we're all used to this one, basically, like it's a go-to for the conventional. Sorry, hold the pin for me.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you very much. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to leave it, you know, nicely tied, you know, push out the one in front, and then you have this one behind. So what you're trying to create, don't forget that when you're tying your scarf, you always want to look out for, you know, the different folds. It brings out the beauty in the scarf. So I'm trying to create a turban here. I'm just going to fold one end of the scarf neatly behind, tuck it in, and then I'm definitely going to use a pin to hold it in later on. And then you have the other end. So what you do is you even it nicely across the other one that you folded behind, and then you fold it in as well. You fold it in as well. So just make sure it is nicely folded behind. Yeah, there you have it. So you have your turban here in different folds, and then you could wear it to, you know, the mosque for your daily prayers. Finally, I am going to be trying out the maxi jersey scarf. So what this does basically is you loose this out, you still have your scarf folded, you bring this to the front, make sure both sides are equal, and then you hold this with your pin, your safety pin. Yeah. So while you're working with your safety pins, of course, you have to be very careful and tuck them in nicely, because you don't want your safety pin coming out. Sorry, Bimbo, don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. So just make sure that's nicely tucked in. You know, it's easier to do this, you know, to tie your scarf when you're working, with yourself, by yourself. So yeah, I don't mind. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So Bimbo is just going to help me hold this nicely in front.
Together.
Yeah, together. Thank you very much. So just tuck it in. Yes. What we are looking for is making sure that this is neatly, you know, firm, yeah, and brought together, and firm, because you don't want it falling off your face. Is that nicely done? Great stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cross both ends. Hold this end for me. I'm going to put this into a nice twist, take it round, and then take it underneath the other end, and then take it round again, especially if you're working with a long scarf here, and just tuck this in. All right, so what I'm going to do here with this other end is just going to put this across your scarf. And there you have it. So I'm just going to tuck the end in, use my safety pin. Oh, Bimbo will make a really beautiful Muslim sister. All right. So we call this one the maxi jersey scarf. So I'm just going to use my pin to tuck that in. Have you misplaced my pins, Bimbo? Okay, great.
I'm much more careful.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm just going to use my pin here to hold that inside neatly. So the reason we're not working here, we're not working with office pins here, is because, well, you don't want your pins pricking into your skull whilst you're, you know, and there you have your maxi jersey scarf. So you just, you know, adjust it well, firmly, and there you go, ready for prayers. All right, so I think that is it on different hijabi styles and different hijabi ways you could, you know, wear your scarves. Either you're using a pashmini or an almira. There's nothing wrong with being stylish, you know, and fashionable with it all the same, yeah? Bimbo, do you agree with me?
I agree with you.
Great stuff. I really hope Titi and Yomi are paying attention. And so which is your favorite, Titi? Anyone you like?
The last one. Definitely the last one.
The last one looked a bit more trendy.
Very, very trendy.
Than the other very traditional ones. But still very nice. Still
of
very
course.
Good.
I have a feeling it's all about the fabric, though.
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna take comments on social media. Maybe we should go to the
so I would
garden.
also like to hear your comments. Please let me know which of these hijabi styles you like the most. And finally, please bear in mind not to wear a thick or heavy materials with your scarves, especially because it's hot, and avoid any leak outs, you know, when wearing your hijabi. All right, so I see Celeb Ibile is geared up for another performance in the garden. Let's enjoy.
Oshodi connect. Alakawe to the place. Adeyato. Atega. Oya Jimasu. Come in, Daddy. Come back. Level stage mo upgrade wọ́n ní mo gara jù. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹnu gbẹ̀pá ṣàfihàn ṣàkọjù. Ó ga gan. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Èmi ọmọ pẹ́. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Ọmọ ológun. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Ajayi mi. Àgbélébú mi. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Jáde tán. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Wọ́n lẹ́gbọ̀n. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Àgbélébú mi. Aṣọ pàtẹ́ yìí, aṣọ lórí bò, aṣọ dìtọ́ yìí, oyin mama wo, bámu ti bú ká máa fẹ́ gbẹ̀gbẹ́ yìí, ohun tó gbọ́ lójó fẹ́ gbẹ̀gbẹ́ yìí, kọ́kọ́kọ́ wọlé, àrídọ́bù wo, amẹ́bọ̀ kò ṣì lọ, kọ́mọ́lá má sì lọ, tẹ́lá tó gbé lórí, mo jágbá, ó offload, mo jágbá, olóṣó méjì, mo jágbá, ṣànà méjì, mo jágbá, fẹ́ jẹ bọ́gà, mo jágbá, mo ṣàwámà. Level stage go upgrade wọ́n ní mo gara jù. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹnu gbẹ̀pá ṣàfihàn ṣàkọjù. Ó ga gan. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Èmi ọmọ pẹ́. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Ọmọ ológun. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Ajayi mi. Àgbélébú mi. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Jáde tán. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Wọ́n lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ebú mi. Tó bá dẹ̀ sẹ́. Àgbélébú mi. Alpha my G. Jẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀. Ọmọ ológun 5G. Wọ́n ló pọ̀. Ọmọ ológun 5G. Messi and Ronaldo. One body, rírà tó gbẹ́sẹ̀, ó yá wash wíṣkóló wíṣkà. Fún wọn lẹ́gbọ̀n, kẹ̀mí tó jayé lókà, ó sì lè padà jẹ́ international. Sọ́ba rí mi tọ́tù àìlè, ó yá torí mo ṣí ọ̀pá. Tó bá bá mi lòlò ní fè lákúrẹ́ pàṣẹ dídùn ẹsẹ̀ ó gbà. Wọ́n náà wá olódò ra bàtà o, àwa wá bí àwọn ọjà o. Àbẹ́rí kó lékè ká o, mo fún wọn lẹ́gbọ̀n bàlá ìṣe ká o. Level stage mo upgrade, wọ́n ní mo gara jù. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹnu gbẹ̀pá ṣàfihàn.
All right, well done, man. Celeb Ibile there. Very nice. Now we're going to be probably announcing the winners of tickets
on
and
social
stuff
media.
on social media. So we're not going to be reading
We've
out
seen some
those,
nice responses. Keep them coming in.
Yeah.
Keep them coming
Beautiful
in.
responses,
We'll pick
especially
them.
on
I hope I
success.
won
All
one.
right, great stuff. With me in the kitchen, or with us in the kitchen actually, is Chef Wumi. And she's made this amazing meal. And of course, Celeb Ibile will be joining us in a bit. I don't know why Mike is pricking me. Mike, why are you looking for my trouble?
We know that.
All right, so I know he's hungry, but you're not going to smell this food, Mike. Okay, quickly. So Chef Wumi is going to, take us through quickly how she made this sumptuous meal this morning.
Okay. First, you parboil your rice, regular way of parboiling your rice. You set aside. So you bleach your palm oil. I actually use palm oil, not
I can parboil rice.
Okay.
I just wanted to put
A round
it
of
out
applause for Yomi. He
I
can
just wanted to
parboil
put it out there.
rice.
I can't do that.
All right, so quickly, because Celeb Ibile
So
will be
you
joining us
bleach
today.
your oil lightly.
Yeah.
And you add your locust beans to create the flavor. Then you add your onions, which is the next thing. Then
all right, welcome,
Nice one,
Celeb.
nice one. Take a seat, take a seat.
Yeah, Baba.
Take a seat, take a seat.
This food is bad gone.
All right.
So after So after that, you add your pepper, your meat stock, and pomo, any
Let's
other
just
thing.
toss it over
And,
to Ibile.
Yes, Ibile. Let's go. So this is all
Straight
for
up,
you, man. So
Ibile,
Enjoy.
give it a taste.
I go wish to use that. Okay, no.
You are?
Let me say, so people look like this guy is Bile, but let me use this. So let me just
All
taste it.
right.
That's
So
a father
Chef
sauce
Wumi has
right
been
there.
working very hard at making this
and
perfect.
Mr. Mike is
Yeah.
tasting it.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Thank you.
Lovely.
All right.
That's nothing.
We want to say a big thank you to our friends over at Homely NG. Don't forget this weekend, Black Friday, something
Yes.
special.
All the way to the
I'm doing
25th
Black
of
Friday
November.
soon.
Use the code TVC20 and you can get 20% off on their website. That's homelyng.com.
You can pour the
A big
sauce
shout out to our
on the rice.
friends at Fola's Place as well for the hairstyling. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know
Well
we love
done,
you.
Chef Wumi.
And Chef Wumi says she's also doing Black Friday.
I'm doing Black Friday on Gumi Cakes.
Oh,
Wumi
wow.
Cakes, Black Friday. That's Instagram. Where
Yes,
Instagram?
at Wumi Cakes.
At Wumi Cakes on
So
Instagram.
how many discounts? How many percentage?
30%.
30% off Wumi
Yeah.
Cakes.
I feel like I have
Any
a birthday
cake you order.
coming, oh.
30% off any cake you order
From
from
Wumi
Wumi
Cakes,
Cakes.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yes,
We're
sir.
back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back at work as well. for
Enjoy your
everybody
public
else.
holiday, people.
Bye.